So my second heart surgery was I was 5 years old. And at 14, I had my third heart surgery. When I came out of that surgery, the doctor said, well, we managed to save your life again, but you will need a fourth heart surgery. And just so you know, you're not strong enough to do any activity beyond walking, and you're going to be on medication for life. Oh, and again, because you're so fragile, you shouldn't try to do much. Maybe just take basic courses, find a less stressful, way of being and job, and, don't go to university or anything like that. I was a defiant little 14-year-old and was like, oh yeah, you just wait for it. And so every single day I went to the library and I would take out every single book I could on health and nutrition and congenital heart disease and blood pressure and medications. And I read and I read and I read and I learned. And every week I would go to the hospital for my weekly testing and I would start asking a lot of questions. I was that annoying child. But I was like, okay, so doctor, what's that number? And what's that test? And what does that mean? And what is this? And what is that? And what is that? And is that normal? And is that stable? And so I was on medication, 4 pills a day. And now what I'm about to tell you, please don't try this at home. I don't want to get sued by anybody. So I thought to myself, and at the time I didn't realize it was intuition, but something said, I wonder if I cut my pills down to 3.5 pills, if my body would just adjust. So I cut down my pills to 3.5. And again, I'd go every week to the doctor. I'm like, what's that number? What's that number? Am I stable? And then a couple of months later, I'm like, wow, I'm really stable at 3.5 pills. Maybe I could knock it down to 3 pills a day. And this continued on for about a year until I was at 0 pills a day. And then 2 months into being 0 pills a day, I said to my doctor, FYI, dude, I'm medication free. Now, again, please don't do this at home. It was highly reckless, but it worked. So it's been over 30 years, and even though they said I'd be on medication for life, I'm clearly not. I'm still medication-free. The thing I did is I took the advanced courses in school. I went on to university. I graduated on the Dean's List on the scholarship. The next thing I did is instead of just walking, I enrolled myself in not 1, not 2, but 5 dance classes a week. And apparently it was supposed to kill me, but clearly I'm still standing. And one of the things I remembered is I went to ballet class. And because that third heart surgery, they had cut from the breastbone, or from, not, well, the breastbone's here, but from the breast and all the way up to here, this left side was immobile. I couldn't get past here. And I still remember first day of ballet class, I literally would go up to here and I couldn't get my arm higher. And by the second month, I was a little bit higher. And within a year, I had mobility back. And what I learned was 2 things. Is that apparently if you exercise, it strengthens your heart and actually heals you. Imagine that. And the second thing I learned is that movement is good for mobility. Again, imagine that. And so once again, I defied that. And so throughout my teenage years and throughout my life, it has always been about recreating, reinventing what was possible. And every single human in this room has done that. You've already done this. You wouldn't be standing here if you weren't phenomenal, amazing human beings. And everything is an opportunity. So in addition...